What's going on, everybody? Blue Jays won. Fashion. Devastating fashion yesterday. And I would say 2 days ago, but it was yesterday because it finished at 3 o'clock in the morning. And the game was 18 innings and over 6 hours, which they said is the second longest game in, I don't know if it's in playoff history or if it's in World Series history, but they said the Dodgers had a game against, I think they said the Red Sox in 2018, so it might have been World Series. That might have been in the World Series. So it was a long game and devastating to lose. This game was actually half as long as that game, and yeah. The game was half as long, and they won pretty convincingly. They had an inning, like a 4-run inning, I think it was, and yeah, they won by a score of 6-2. But this is not about the Blue Jays. This is about me. Well, it's not really about me. I just came on here because I started to restart doing my lives, um, more mental health related. Somebody suggested that I should use my music and mental health page. I could. Maybe I should. I mean, that page has just been dormant for so long and it's not monetized. Not being monetized is the main reason why I don't use it. However, I do have some topics that people want me to talk about that are not reality TV. For instance, surprisingly, there's quite a few of you that have told me that y'all would be interested in me talking about grief on the channel, and you know that's a topic that I can definitely cover. As some of you know, I already made a 10-week course about it that I delivered on Zoom on the other channel. I mean, on Zoom, and I put a couple of the episodes on the other channel. So I'm well versed in that. Um, just to give you guys a little preview of what that was like. Good morning, Cash. I went through the 5 stages of the denial phase of the 5 stages, the 5 phases or stages, whichever one you want to call it. Some call it phases and some call it stages of grief. And then I put together like some PowerPoints with that, and I gave examples of I gave some practical examples of how those phases might apply to one's life. So I thought that it was good. And then in addition to having the stuff that I got from doing a little bit of research, own personal experience with grieving. And since I'm on this topic, I kind of want to get on this topic. It's not really a hop in and out topic. Not to make this whole live about grief, although it could be. I do want to explain it like this. 2023, April 16th of 2023, when my dad took his last breath. And everyone was just like, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? How are you feeling? I felt sad in one sense, but I felt nothing in another sense. And I don't know how to make sense of that, but yeah, I felt sad that he wasn't around, but I didn't shed a tear. And I was continuing to, I took a little time off work, and then when I got back to work, I just went back to work, and I just felt rather, I don't know if I'm in denial, if I'm angry, I don't know if whatever. I didn't know because I'm like, what I'm reading about the 5 phases, I'm looking and I'm seeing like a piece of this one and a piece of that one, but I don't really see something that seems to encapsulate everything that I'm feeling. I don't. So I was like, I don't know who made these phases, but they don't seem to apply to me like that. So that was something that I really learned, is that it's not necessarily a linear thing where everything that you feel lines up to everything. So I can remember a lot of people telling me how it's gonna go. Okay, Mark, the first year is gonna be the worst year of everything. The first time you have this birthday without him, and the first year that you go through Christmas without him, the first year that Father's Day comes without him, this and this. Other people are like, okay, it's gonna be painful forever. I'm just gonna give you the real truth. You just learn to hold on to the good memories, this, and people were like overloading me with things that were good-hearted, I would say. I'm not trying to diss anybody who is trying to help me, but if I was to give somebody else advice about grieving, which I often do, people come to me a lot nowadays to ask me questions. That's not the type of advice I wouldn't give them blueprint, because I didn't experience anything that anyone else is going to experience. There are probably some parallels that we all experience, but we all deal with things different times in different ways. So like that first of everything thing. Actually, my dad's funeral was on Mother's Day. If you know him, if you know him, if you knew my parents' relationship, that's quite funny. It's quite funny in an ironic kind of way that the funeral service fell on Mother's Day. There's a point I was going. Okay, so then I guess Mother's Day is before Father's Day. Yeah, so the first Father's Day without him, I was a little sad, but I just avoided social media because that's the main thing for me. Was just I wasn't trying to see all the pictures of the people that are happy with their fathers on Father's Day. But overall, I think that I found something to do on Father's Day. I believe I found a run. I signed up for a run and I did a run on Father's Day. It's pretty cool, and I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. And there was a lot of fathers either running with their son, or the son was there cheering the father on, or the son running and the father was cheering the son on. And I thought that I'd be kind of bitter to that kind of thing, but I was actually rather enjoying it. I was rather enjoying that. What else? The first birthday without him, I'm trying to recall. I think the first birthday was a little difficult. The birthday was worse than Father's Day because I had spent all this time with him in his last birthday thinking that it was going to be his last, and it was. But I don't specifically think that I felt a significant amount of sadness, because that emptiness I was talking about was still there. That emptiness was there pretty much all year. Christmas time, emptiness. Emptiness, emptiness, emptiness. And what I was feeling, I guess, was maybe a depression, because I remember I was having these dreams. And in my dreams, my dad was very much alive. I could hear his voice. I could see him in my dreams. Like, I felt like he was alive. And if you dream vividly about somebody who's not here, as if they're here, and then you wake up, now waking up felt like the nightmare. Because I was like, man, this can't be real. Maybe the dream is my reality, and this part is the fake part. That's really what was going through my mind. So that was the first of everything. I feel like in some ways we're now 2 years and May, June, July, August, September, October. We're now 2 years and 6 months. I think for me personally, the second year hit me harder than the first year. Because the first year I didn't really feel anything, and the second year I felt a lot of things. Now let me tell you,
Ooh. Okay, YouTube is trying to play me again, but it looks like the time is moving again, so I believe that it's working, it's moving again. Okay. I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel anything in the first year. Just, and it's so bad. It's not just that I didn't feel anything. A byproduct for me, I'm a very, very empathetic person. I'm so empathetic. I'm going to continue this elsewhere. Um, I might make a part two. Drop some comments if you are interested in me continuing this topic. But if not, I'm gonna roll over to TikTok and Instagram, complete this topic. But in the meantime, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell.